Coming up next on Hometown Magazine, Ben Hamper and some of the comments of his friends at his favorite watering hole, the Torch Bar and Grill.
Stand by with the graphics. Bring up the yellow graphics. Cue the effect. Stand by. Cue up.
Good evening. Welcome once again to Hometown Magazine. My name is Michael Kelly, and tonight we're going to take another look at someone who's been on our show before, and that's Ben Hamper, also known as the Rivithead. Ben, welcome to Hometown Magazine again.
Well, thank you, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here.
My
second appearance.
Those of you who watch the show on a regular basis may remember that we talked to Ben about a year ago when rumor had it that not only did he have a book deal, but his book was being looked at for a movie by Warner Brothers. Well, anyways, we're back for an update to see where things are, and this may be the first time you've had a chance to see this. This is the Rivithead. This is being published even now as we speak, and this is one of the first prototype copies we've seen. And look for this. When is this going to be out in the bookstore, do you think, Ben?
It'll ship in July and be in the store in August, so it'll be a hot month. Sometime you want to go out to the bookstore and, of course, escape the heat and buy several hardcover copies for the people you love.
What's it going to be priced at?
I don't know. I think it's got it right in here.
One of the promotional
Just a little promo thing.
Yeah.
1995, a bargain in anybody's eyes, I would think. You know.
For the price of a couple of movie tickets, you can take the Rivithead home.
Yeah, hardcover too, you know.
For those of our viewers, and there must be at least one or two that don't know the Rivithead, although I think most people by now do, you want to give a little bit of the history on this character that you created?
The Rivithead himself?
The actual head himself.
Okay. The Rivithead came to being probably 4 years into my commitment with GM, my GM 10-year tenure, when I was transferred to a department called the Rivet Line. And I suddenly, at that point, a lot of things started to gel for me. Writing for the Flint voice at that time, which later became the Michigan voice. And I created this character who was myself, just called the Rivithead, who was more or less just a peeping Tom who reported on the daily dealings and the assorted hijinks that would go on in an assembly line. So we're talking, I don't know, 1980, 1981. Rivithead's about 10 years old.
Well, I can remember reading the voice and turning to your stuff first. You know, when you get the voice, you skip past Michael's political tirades and you go to the Rivithead because that would be a good laugh, and you know that was kind of one of the highlights of the newspaper. When it started, did you have any idea that this was going to be a character or a series of writings that you were going to live with for a while?
No, I was urged on by Michael Moore to do a continual shop column, and I resisted at first, wanting to do other things, and I did. But you know, it was obvious that the Rivithead character, the inside the plant guy, went over well, especially in this town, in this area, and so we more or less stuck to that formula, and we came up with I think the title of the column was Revenge of the Rivithead, and we got a lot of favorable mail, and not always favorable, a lot of it was hate mail, but we got a lot of mail on the thing, so we knew people were reading it, so we stuck with it, and it was a gimmick that I've been able to milk now for almost a dozen years, and it's making me a very rich man. Oh.
Hey,
Thank you.
If it works, why fight it?
No.